Well, 8 News Now is celebrating Women's History Month by sharing stories of women in our community. In fact, a former broadcaster, now advocate, is on a quest to teach others how to live a long and healthy life.
8 News Now reporter Mary Jane Belliezzo joining us in studio to introduce one of our outstanding women who wants to break the stigma of ageism.
Marla Letitia says while diet and exercise can help extend your lifespan, she also wants to teach older Americans that changing your mindset about getting older can lead to a happier and healthier spirit.
You've got to look at your life as a journey.
Marla Letitia is making it her life mission to inspire the older generation.
I'm pretty proud to admit my age and that I am living in my long life era, which starts at age 50.
However, it wasn't always that easy for Letitia. The realization of what happens in society kicked in after a class reunion. At that time, Letitia was about to turn 70 years old.
It was such a beautiful night. It was obvious that these people had lived through their midlife crises. A lot of them had had some very tough times in their life, and it was obvious that they had had that but had lived through it.
That night, full of laughter and vibrance, soon turned sour when she got home and turned on the TV to a Medicare commercial.
And the announcer began talking to this group of seniors, if you will, in this sing-songy kindergarten voice, as if they had lost 25 points of their IQ from the time they were 45 to 65 in 20 years. It was so insulting, and it really made me feel even worse about the fact that I was turning 70, and I thought, who is writing these commercials?
It was at that moment a switch went on.
I realized that ageism and the American Ageist Society really does exist, and worse than that, no other country in the world treats their elders the way in which we treat ours. In other words, don't ever grow old. Don't admit it. China, Vietnam, India, South America, Cuba, even Europe, all treat those that are gaining in their wisdom and getting age in their life as though they're wonderful as opposed to second-class citizens. And so I started blogging about this, and man, did I ever hit a chord.
Letitia created the Lifelong Era community, dedicated to raising awareness of ageism. She wants to motivate people to embrace getting older. As a former broadcaster, she combined her love of public speaking and her craft of cooking into her messages of taking control of your life as you age.
So now, here on Channel 8, my segment is Cooking for Longevity. And I'm currently writing a cookbook with Dr. Jean Bokelman, which is called the Long Life Era Longevity Cookbook, because food is medicine.
Letitia says reframing your mindset makes all the difference and sees that impact from the lives she's touched.
She said, I'm 65, and I didn't believe I would live longer than 65. And so I've been waiting to die this year because that was the number that was in my head. And she said, my husband has just been terrified by it, and he made me come to listen to you today. And she said, I want you to know something. I no longer have a number. I have fulfilled my mission that one person's life has been changed. But the goal is to change everybody's life.
Now, Letitia's mission is to create a community that educates and inspires each other to reach around 100 years and beyond. She says sharing her wisdom and the wisdom of others is their responsibility to the next generation.